Hello and welcome everybody. SF Live, another news special. And in a few short seconds, I'll be joined by Marcio Fonseca of GR Silver Mining, his president and CEO. And the company made a new discovery today. They found more gold and silver at Plomosas in a new vein. And we're going to talk to Marcio about the process of how they discovered it. And of course, what kind of gold and silver content is in there. But also they released some more results from Plomosas, from their other part of the project. So I'm looking forward to getting some more color on that as well. How does it fit in with the planned resource calculation that is scheduled to happen this quarter, or is it too late now? Did we hit the cutoff already? But before we switch over to Marcio, and quick reminder, we are hosting Deutsche Goldmesse on May 24th and 25th, so make sure to sign up for that. It's a free event to attend, German translation happening live, and of course we got 10 fantastic keynote speakers, Ross Beatty, Keith Neumeyer, Mark Friedrich, so make sure to sign up for that. It is free, and we can't wait to see you there. And on top of that, also sign up for our YouTube channel. Sign up for our YouTube channel and Twitter channel. Don't forget to turn on the bell notification as well. Hit that like and subscribe button, and we can't wait to hear from you as well. Leave a comment, leave a like, and appreciate that. Helps with the YouTube algorithm. Now, let me switch over to our guest, Marcio Fonseca. And Marcio, good to see you again. You're a frequent guest on SF Live. How are you?
Thank you. Thank you for having me again.
Good. You on the show always means good news, right? So we don't talk about bad news ever. So it's always good news. But again, like you discovered a new vein today. You put out some more drill results. Give us the key highlights.
For sure. We've been very diligent to do a lot of geological mapping and doing some oriented core drilling. Oriented core drilling is to have the structures mapped on surface and place the proper direction for the drill hole to intersect what's the target down deep. And this is the result. It's a successful result because we went 100 meters far away to the south of the Plomosas vein. We saw different rocks, and the geologists, congratulations to them in Mexico, decided to put some oriented core to test some small veins on the surface. And we ended up hitting 3 meters at 9 grams per ton, probably 150 meters below the surface, in a new geological context that shows that there's a mineralization that's gold only on that vein. The content of precious base metals is very low. And this is going to be added to the resource that we are working. As you mentioned before, we are working this resource estimation. We have these results for sure. They are high grade. Why not add in the resource estimation?
And what does that do to the timeline now? Like, I think we talked about that before, like cutoffs and all of that. How does that factor in?
We have finished drilling on site at the Plomosas mine area. We still might have 10, 12 drill holes still at the lab. So there will be more news released in the next couple of weeks. Expect some more results. But more ready with the qualified person. He's working on the resource estimation at the Plomosas mine area. But we are going to do 2 resource estimates. The other one is San Juan. We want to combine these 2 together. So the whole work is still... That's the plan.
Perfect. Since you brought it up in the press release, I briefly want to talk about the oriented core drilling and how it fits your geological model. Can you give us some more color? Like, what are you learning from it? Like, what's the significant part about the oriented core drilling?
Just as a step back, it's a process. We had 25 geologists working in Mexico, and we trained people. We brought structural geologists to train and get the models. And is the situation that in the past, everybody thought Plomosas was just a small, old lead and zinc mine. Today, we believe that there's so much more, that Plomosas mine area is a hill. From 400 meters now, we know that probably 1 kilometer or more of trend. And the resource is going to be just the initial, probably meters. We are discovering more old workings. And going underground, the geologists were able, because we have 8 kilometers of tunnels, they were able to really map the structures and project them to the surface and along the strike and down deep. And when they go back to the desk of the computer and they're going to plan the hole in 3D, they can make orientations at what's the azimuth and the deep and the plunge that particular drill hole line wants to be drilled to hit a specific target. And in this case, is a result that was a success.
No, that's what we want to see, right? And geotechnical success there as well. And one part I noted in the press release as well, it's revealing a much larger epithermal system than originally contemplated. give us some context around that. That's a bold statement or a broad statement as well, but give us some more
I
context.
think it's
Right?
it's a fair statement. I encourage everybody to look at the figure 1 on the news release. In the past, like I said, was 400 meters long, just the Plomosas breccia. Now we know that this can be runs more than 400. Today, probably 1 kilometer or more. In the past, we thought it would be just the polymetallic hydrothermal breccia on the low angle. Today, we know that there's a big intrusive rock on the edge. That means bringing heat and metals to the system. And it's more than one phase. That means can bring more and more metals and circulate in structures and concentrate. So it's all together creates the footprint of the mountain.
Okay. And any follow-up drilling plans so far? Are you just cutting? Drilling has stopped at Plomosas, as I understand. Like, how does that new discovery vein now factor into the let's say, follow-up plans?
I think the next step is going to be post-resource estimation for us to come and say, let's continue to expand the resource.
Yeah.
How can you follow up from this discovery? So there's no lack of areas to drill. This is one of those. And we have 3 drill rigs still in Mexico. You see how we deploy them, or increase or not, more drill rigs to come back, post our successful bot deal finance you did recently.
What's the timeline on announcing maybe the next drilled stage after the resource comes out? Is that when you will put out a press release, maybe, okay, this is the next step for drilling?
If you continue to drill, probably in the next 30 days, you'll come back and start drilling again. More likely mid-July, early August, there'll be more news on outside of the resource. Likely, that's the general schedule, okay? But don't forget, we are working hard at San Marcial. There are geologists there in Montreal. We are doing a massive geophysical survey. We are still doing more work in San Juan. And now that we have VP Corporate Development working new opportunities, we have the big portfolio. All the areas that we brought from the acquisition of Trinidad. So a lot of data.
You're not shy of targets as well. So yeah, lots of work to do, but I'm still curious what that number is going to be on the resource estimate. And you promised by the end of this quarter, so let's 5-6 more weeks. So, and we're still waiting for some more Plomosas results that might go into the resource, correct?
That's right, yeah.
So how many holes are still left in the lab? That's my standard question.
10 at Plomosas, 10, and probably 11 from San Juan.
Yeah, perfect. Marcio, well, I'm sure we'll have you back soon. Thanks for providing us some more color on the drill results today. Congrats on the success and the geotechnical success with the oriented core, and that the model worked out. So I'm looking forward to more results from that area.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, Marcio. And everybody else, thanks for tuning in. This was an SF Live News special. We were joined by Marcio Fonseca of GR Silver Mining, and we discussed the new discovery of a gold-only vein at Plomosas, which is really exciting. And Marcio mentioned he's going to factor it into the resource. So I'm really curious to see what that does to the numbers. And of course, there's some more drill results pending. We'll be having Marcio back on very soon, I'm sure. And in the meantime, don't forget to follow us on YouTube, follow us on Twitter, hit that like and subscribe button, turn on the bell notification as well. That way you don't miss any of our conversations with Marcio or any other CEOs and experts that we interview here on SF Live. Thanks so much for joining us. We'll be back